Halloween. We are Witchfinger Horror Podcast, the Golden Girls of Horror.
Which one is Blanche?
I don't know.
Who gets to be Blanche?
I don't want to be B. Arthur.
Why?
No, I'll fucking be B.
I'll
Whatever.
attack you.
Which one is the one that's like super old and like very wacky?
Sylvia?
Sophia.
Sophia.
I'm Sophia.
Okay. Are you? No.
Yeah.
I'm fucking Sophia. Let's be honest. Motherfucker going to bed at 9 fucking p.m. That's me.
Roughly
And the glasses.
Book of the Dead.
Woo!
All right.
Awesome. Okay, so the show has officially begun. Beers are
to the evil world beyond.
definitely pouring down our mouths. Cheers,
Cheers,
everybody.
cheers.
Thank
Cheers,
you, everybody,
everyone.
for coming.
Thanks for coming out tonight.
Thank you very much for coming to Shock
I only
Talk.
have the one beer this time.
What?
Oh, this one's done.
Well, it's okay because there's a
The
lot of people
awards
here,
took
so-
fucking forever, and I finished my beer.
But you know what? If somebody would be so kind to get us more beers during the show, I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
We're in a room full of our
The book
friends, so
disappeared.
I got you.
Thanks, girl.
Yeah, so
Fuck
yeah, thanks for coming to the show and thanks for coming to Shock Stock.
Yeah.
Day 1. It's obviously like a very fun event. Every year it gets better and better and drunker and drunker. And
Yeah. We will see how drunk it can get tonight, though.
Karaoke.
scare.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is that
there's
what
a
it's called?
karaoke party
Karaoke.
after this, so make sure you stick around. So yeah, for this episode, this is episode 40. Our 40th episode. We're
It's
very
taken
happy
us-
to share it with all of you tonight.
It's taken us 3 years.
I know.
It's a long
Motherfucker, we
time.
got jobs.
Yeah, I work, man.
That's
But
right.
yeah, so I guess okay, so who here has never listened to Witchfinger or ever seen us do a live show? Everybody here has listened to us. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I
this
see.
guy right
Maybe
here.
4 people. Of course, Art the Clown hasn't listened to us.
We
Where
love
have
your
you
work.
been?
Fuck yeah. Well, maybe we should introduce ourselves.
Oh,
for
yeah, I
those who
forgot.
haven't. I know. We haven't been doing that lately. We got like a shtick, and we haven't even been doing it.
We were
Welcome to
too
Witch-
fucked up last time.
I know. Man, that last episode, we were
Who listened
fucking
to our
wasted.
last episode?
The TerraVision.
Oh, my God.
We were fucked up.
Holy moly.
We
That
were
was
so
a
fucked
hack
up.
job.
Shaving carrots.
We were like, we're gonna get fucked up tonight, and we did. Like, there
Yeah.
was like
We did.
15 minutes after we recorded the first part, it was like, oh wait, we forgot to talk about all of the people in the movie, so we had to go back and record some
Yeah.
more and piece it all together because it was that fucking much of a shit show.
We
It
got
was
too
crazy.
wrapped up talking about Lenny Kravitz's dick.
I know.
The fucking split. The pants split.
Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Do you
It's
remember
like,
when Lenny
dick,
Kravitz
dick.
split his dick?
It's
his,
not
his dick. He didn't
impressive.
split his dick. He split his pants.
No. It lacked pizzazz. It was a very mediocre dick drop.
Yeah, but it did
Do you know what I mean?
drop. It was like, yo, it dropped.
It dropped. It
Yeah.
was just mediocre. You know what I mean?
But it's a fantastic episode, and Megan hasn't even listened to it
I
yet.
refuse. I was so fucked up. I refuse to listen to it. I won't. I'm sure I sound like a fucking idiot.
No way.
All of the gold comes from this one right here.
So I'm Megan.
I'm Morgan.
Morgan.
Hello.
I'm Yasmina.
And this is Witchfinger.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, motherfuckers. So yeah, tonight we are watching one of, I think,
The
probably
best.
the best fucking horror movies of all time.
The best horror comedy movie.
I was
I
gonna
guess
say the most
technically
iconic. I think the most iconic horror comedy movie of all time. Honestly, though.
For sure.
Agreed.
Agreed. Come
It's-
on.
Agreed.
It's huge.
It's
got
huge.
Oh, bless your fucking soul. I
Oh,
love
thank you.
Thank you. We got
cheers.
Shock Stock beer.
My boyfriend,
The
ladies
host.
and gentlemen.
Oh, what a lovely man.
All
Gonna
right.
get fucked up. Okay, well, so Evil Dead 2 came out in 1987, directed by Sam Raimi, and we were actually discussing this prior to Shock Stock, that we were discussing what movie we should do, and we're very surprised that we've never done a Sam Raimi Bruce Campbell movie
Yeah.
since
We
we
were-
started this podcast.
Well, we were kind of obsessed with doing the more obscure. Remember when we first
Yeah.
started? We were doing like Mystics of Bali and stuff like that. And
The
right? And
Outing.
it was just beautiful trash.
Yeah.
And so we've kind of like gone back to our roots a little bit here.
Yeah, like this is a
Yeah.
movie that I've seen so fucking many times. There was a point in my life, maybe about 20 years ago, where I would watch this movie like almost every fucking day. And I mean, I haven't seen it probably in maybe like 10 years.
Really?
Yeah,
It's been that long?
I feel like it's been that long since I've watched it. But like, there was a point in my life where I was watching this constantly. So I'm really excited to sort of revisit it with refreshed eyes. I feel like, because I was obviously a lot younger, but I just love the slapstick stuff in it. Every aspect of this movie is fucking amazing.
Dude, it's
and like,
awesome.
look at Bruce Campbell.
Look
like,
at fucking
well,
Bruce
he's a
Campbell.
fucking babe.
What a fucking
Sex symbol.
stud.
Sex symbol.
Like, holy shit, if chins could kill. Seriously. Holy fuck. This movie has a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know what else has a 98%? The motherfucking Godfather.
That's right.
The Godfather
yeah.
and Evil Dead 2 have a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So that is
Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
The budget was 3.6 million, and box office was 5.9 million.
I would say that's good.
Yeah, I would say that's good.
Yes, it is good.
That is good.
Yes.
I would say that
But
is
obviously
good.
it's gone on to like have cult status, and you know, I'm obviously like, you know, has been released so many times, made tons of money, I'm sure. But living in the lap.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this movie was written by Sam Raimi and Scott Spiegel. And Scott Spiegel, he also directed and wrote Intruder. And Intruder is a movie that I've never fucking seen. And it comes up in my life many times, and I still have never fucking seen it. Have you guys seen Intruder?
I was gonna do it for this episode, and then I just.
Dude,
No,
I
and
couldn't
then I
find it.
just
I
didn't.
actually couldn't find it anywhere. Like, by the time I would order it on Amazon, it just wouldn't arrive in time. But Intruder comes up a lot in my research.
Is Bruce Campbell in it? Or no? Is it just Scott Spiegel and? Because I know
I
that a
don't
lot
know.
of people that work with Sam Raimi also, like, you know, they all kind of
Yeah.
do stuff together, like all the same writers, all the same actors.
It's like a
everybody all-
Tarantino thing.
Yeah,
They
like
have all the same
it's like you've got a cameo and you've got a cameo and you've got one too. So
And you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car.
I thought that he was in it, but I could be wrong.
Do you remember when Tom Cruise jumped up on the couch?
Remember Katie Holmes? That man's fucking dynamite.
That was amazing.
It was because of Xenu.
I know it was. Praise Xenu. Scott Spiegel, he also directed and wrote From Dusk Till Dawn 2, and the only thing I remember, I've only seen that movie once, and the only thing I remember from that movie was Robert Patrick, T-1000.
Oh.
I'll say it once and I'll say it again, he can T-1000 me any day.
Holy fuck, he's hot.
Have you seen this boy? Have you seen this dude? And he also has a lot of cameos in Sam's movies. They've been friends since high school. So
Who, T-1000?
No.
Oh.
I
Oh
wish.
my God, hook me up.
I know,
Blocked
right? Scott Spiegel. But yeah, he went to high school with Sam and Bruce and Ted as well. And a bunch of them were all fake shemps in a lot of Bruce Campbell's movies. And I found this very interesting as I was doing my research for this. I didn't know what a fake shemp was. And that's basically like when somebody is used as a replacement in a movie. If somebody, like an actor, like can't show up, or they get sick, or they bail, or anything like that. So they hide their face with makeup, and they don't get credited in the movie, and which is now actually highly illegal, and is actually forbidden by the screen. What?
He's like,
You do it all the time? Well, you're going to jail. And
Did
so
you know-
it's actually illegal under, it's forbidden under the Screen Actors Guild because of Crispin Glover.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Because of Crispin Glover, that is why that's illegal now. Because of fucking Back to the Future Part 2.
interesting because
Did
they
he-
put the makeup on the guy when he didn't.
Did
get
he
the
cause some
original
shit?
role.
Did he
He
stir it
caused
up?
some shit. He fucking took the makers of Back to the Future to court because they had a guy look like Crispin in Part 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my
And it wasn't Crispin
God.
Glover. And so that's why that's illegal now. But even more interesting is that Sam Raimi actually coined the phrase while he was making the Evil Dead movies, because he's a huge Three Stooges
I was
fan.
gonna say
Yeah.
that's because Shemp was the guy that they just threw
And
in
Shemp
for like
Howard-
a couple seasons.
Shemp Howard was
Yeah.
one of the Three Stooges,
Yeah.
and after he died all of a sudden
Yeah.
from a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
And so they had to. They still had to do a few episodes of the show, and so they hired a guy and they put makeup on him to make it look like him.
Shemp, yeah.
And so, fucking Sam Raimi actually coined that fake Shemp.
I'm really excited that you explained that because I saw that Bruce Campbell was a Shemp in Darkman instead of playing the lead role, which is what he wanted. And I was just going to go along with the fact that was a character. I was like, yeah, you know the character Shemp. Everyone knows the character Shemp.
all
And
good.
I just
I got you, girl. I
You know
got
what I
you.
mean? Like that guy
Yeah.
Shemp in the movie
it's the
Darkman.
Three
I know it
Stooges.
so well. That
Yeah.
guy Shemp, I know him.
Curly, Larry, and Moe, and fucking Shemp.
I feel like Shemp is like if somebody was named Shemp, they're just like a huge pothead or something. Like,
Hey, Shemp."
you guys want some joints, man?
Oh no. Okay. I'm so new at computers. Just bear with me.
Oh man.
I'm also glad that you said Scott
Spiegel.
Spiegel's name because
you
I
gonna-
was gonna avoid the shit out of that. I was like Spiegel.
Spiegel?
Schmiegel?
Schmiegel?
I'm not good at that. And then
Seaman?
same with the producer Robert Tappert.
I would say Tapper.
Tappert?
Yeah.
Robert Tappert is the producer.
Robert Tepper.
No.
There's no easy
The way out. Angel of the city because he is the angel.
Oh yes.
Oh wait.
Oh no!
Wait.
Beer is spilling!
Ah!
Quick! Suck it! There
All
you
the,
go.
all of the people that are listening to this on the internet right now are like, we're just
Suck it? What? What's happening?
sorry, I spilled my beer on your tablecloth shock stock.
Whoopsie.
I gotta get a grip on
So
myself.
yeah, should we keep on about just Scott Spiegel?
Wait.
Spiegel?
Before you do, is this? I'm so tempted to turn around.
I know. It's
See
right
it.
here in the monitor. in
Was
front of
this? I missed it. Was this the part where they show the bridge all curled up?
Mm.
So I get
That
the
shit's-
original and number 2 confused all the time. And when Dave and I were watching the original, I was so excited because he goes to the bridge and it's all curled up, but it's more of like a misty image of it. That image that I just missed is my favorite part of the whole fucking
Really?
movie. It is so fucking cool when the bridge is curled up like a hand,
Yeah.
like some fucking twisted hand. That is the coolest image.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely they upped their game for this movie after making Evil Dead. Because when I was doing my research, it was very tumultuous making the first Evil Dead.
Yeah.
So they learned kind of it was like a learning adventure. For
I
them.
figured that was like one of those things where they do it small and then they videotape it to make it look big.
Yeah. Like essentially they've been making this movie though for like the last 2 movies because they did Within the Woods and that was like their 30-minute short that essentially is the concept of this movie. And then they did The Evil Dead and then they did Evil Dead 2. And I mean, Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, while it's supposed to be a sequel, it's kind of the same movie with just like a more comedic and a bigger budget, kind of.
Well, Evil Dead 2 was supposed to be what Evil Dead 3 Army of Darkness ended up being. Sam Raimi was
Yeah.
like, I want to do this great movie where Ash gets sent back in time for this time warp and there's this medieval shit going on. The budget didn't work out, everything kind of flopped, so they made this one, which ended up being his saving grace. I mean, this movie fucking kicks ass.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then
it's
he took
amazing.
that prospect or that idea with all the funding that he was able to get because of the success of this movie and turned it into Army of Darkness. So I mean,
Yeah, which ended up I don't think-
serendipity, like it all kind of worked out,
I don't
right?
think it ended up being Army of Darkness was not a huge success at the time when it was released, but eventually obviously it became a cult
I was gonna say that's
hit,
that's
just
the
like
cult thing,
all
right?
of the Evil Dead.
That's the one that I grew up watching was Army of Darkness.
Oh, me too.
You know?
Yeah, me
Fucking
and my
hilarious.
brother have fond memories of watching Army of Darkness when we were kids. Like
Let's
part-
get the hell out of here! Let's get out of here!
Yeah, when we were kids, we used to always yell that to each other. Let's get out of here.
And like Evil Ash has to get his jaw in place. What the fuck is the line? He's like, "Huh, what? Sally Foch. Sally Foch. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, Dino, we've talked about Dino. Dino De Laurentiis.
De
Dino De Laurentiis, who has produced every fucking movie ever imaginable. His production company actually financed Evil Dead 2 because of Stephen King.
Which is fucking awesome.
So Stephen King was such a huge fan of Evil Dead that he had a dinner with Dino, and he convinced him to fund Evil Dead 2 because he was like, you got to check out this movie. It's fucking fantastic. And Sam Raimi was actually asked to direct Thinner.
Yes.
We love doing that. But he turned it down, which is fine. And
Thinner wasn't destined to be a huge movie anyways.
Yeah.
It was so good, but it wasn't destined to be The Stand or The Shining or Pet Sematary.
Totally, yeah.
It just
Yeah.
the story wasn't destined to be that. So
I just love walking up to people and putting my hand on their face and going,
fucking strangers.
Yeah.
yeah, random people on the street. That's why I have leprosy now. Anyways, so I was doing a lot of research on the deleted scenes. Did you guys read about that?
There are so many.
Yeah. Lost.
Forever.
Gone. The sands of time.
Yeah, so apparently there's a lot of lost deleted scenes of Evil Dead 2, and we'll never see them ever. That always makes me so sad.
Somebody will find them rotting in a basement somewhere. or
Yeah,
something.
like
You know
all
what? But
moldy.
maybe not. And that's where my fucking pessimistic shit comes out. Because maybe not. Maybe they're fucking gone. Maybe they're burnt. Maybe they're burnt. Yes.
I love that. But you know what? Maybe not.
I'm a realist. Maybe fucking not.
And well, there was a scene apparently with Henrietta like in a rocking chair, like while the professor was like reading the incantations. Like that would have been fucking creepy as shit. And Linda's head, when Linda's head is in the vice, apparently she actually like vomits like black blood.
Bile, yeah.
But that got cut. But it's kind of funny because that explains. In that scene, all
Why
of a
he's
sudden
covered,
she
yeah.
has
Yeah.
like
Black
black
all over,
blood
yeah.
Right.
on her mouth, and apparently this is my favorite. Ash, the possessed Ash, eats a squirrel.
Oh.
Waka
Dad jokes are very appreciated on this.
What are you,
on
some
this
kind of clown?
podcast. And also audience participation, guys. Like seriously, you got something to say? Yes, fucking
Yeah,
fuck
yell it. Because we don't have any cool prizes or anything, so you can just
I
yell
know,
it.
we're
Yeah.
sorry. We got too busy.
Oh, shut the fuck.
We
Bro,
usually do
shut up.
prizes. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. Can't say sorry.
I'm sorry. I just don't want to get shot. Okay. Sorry. Acting. Acting.
I am an actor.
Actor. But I don't want to get. I don't want to. I don't want to get distracted from the Stephen King, what you were saying.
Okay.
Because I just want to say that the Stephen King connections are like fucking mental. So while they were writing this film, Kathy Bates was living with Sam Raimi and Spiegel fellow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Living in the same house.
Incredible.
Kathy Bates, as well as Raimi played Bobby Terry in The Stand, just like one of the henchmen of Randall Flagg.
M-O-O-N. That spells moon.
So like Stephen King all up in this bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a huge fan.
No, but also what I said.
Bitch.
Also, this is the part where Linda, the part with Linda
Fuck,
like
I
dancing
love-
around, like
I love that
The
scene.
stop
It's
motion.
so fucking demented.
that's what I
like
look
her
like
head
naked.
like going forward and it's just like spinning and spinning. Oh my god.
Hello, lover. this
And
whole
it's
movie
so fucking
it's
silly.
so Three Stooges. Like you can see
Like
it a
his
lot
head
more.
gets
Like this
bashed
shit?
over
Yeah.
and over.
And he like
over
does the
again.
weird cross-eyed thing,
Yeah.
like doi. There it is.
Whoops. Fuck, I love this movie so much. It looks so good on Blu-ray too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we'll have to give a shout out to our friend Brett who lent it to us.
Thanks,
We're-
Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
It would be awesome to hook up a VCR to the projector for our live shows to play like a VHS copy, but what?
VHS.
yeah, VHS. Oh, look, she's got a VHS copy right there. That's awesome. Well, yeah, you mentioned earlier, Megan, that Evil Dead 2 was supposed to be Army of Darkness, but they didn't have enough money to make that script into a movie, so they had to wait a few years. But the original idea, actually, Ash was supposed to be held captive by escaped convicts.
I hate that idea.
In the cabin,
like,
looking for treasure.
What the fuck
So
is
that's
that?
what was supposed to be the script. The original script of Evil Dead 2 was
I feel
that.
like it's Goonies. It's got a very Goonie feel. That's
Yeah.
what I wrote in my notes. So I was like, it's so over the top. Like,
Excuse me.
Yeah.
can't. Also, can we just Bruce Campbell is like the king of overacting, but he does it without looking like he's overacting.
Totally.
Like
he trips
he
over
is.
shit with such grace.
yeah.
Have you guys ever seen him in person?
No.
Okay, we saw him in person, but I didn't approach him because his fucking lineup was way too long, and then they cut it off. I was like ready to actually get in line to meet him, but it was so busy they actually cut it off. and I
Because
was like,
I've
fuck.
heard he's like the best for taking photos. Like just
He will do
do
anything.
anything for his fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
3 hours.
3 Was it worth it?
Wow. Yeah, and I mean, it's just a testament to how
I love
popular
this.
these movies are.
I love this. I love this.
Oh my god, when the headless Linda, when she has the chainsaw and then chainsaws her neck. I love her fucking tit too, like her tit popping out on the side, it's so fucking awesome.
Now, is this the scene where there's actually the Freddy Krueger glove hanging in the workshop here?
Yeah, I think so.
Who wants to attempt to go into this?
Into
Well,
what?
Into that
Into
well,
your
because,
butt?
because in Nightmare on Elm Street, she
But it's more than that.
watching the
Okay,
Evil
I
Dead.
wrote it, and I
Okay.
have to actually read this.
Go for it.
Okay, there's a Freddy glove here. Okay, so Nancy in the original Elm Street was watching the original Evil Dead when she fell asleep. So there's that inception as well. Wes Craven was in the original in the form of the torn The Hills Have Eyes poster, which itself was a nod to the torn Jaws poster in The Hills Have Eyes. Do you know what I mean?
My mind is blown.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Because I can't.
It's too deep. It's too fucking deep.
Too deep. Deeper. Deeper.
Oh, and the blood, the black blood, the black blood was because they wanted the producers were trying to make this movie.
Not X-rated or
Thank
something.
you. What the fuck? Yes, they didn't want the movie to be X-rated, and so they thought if they made the blood look faker and with a different color to it, that they wouldn't get an R rating. However, they still got a fucking a rating.
And
I actually I'm a big fan of the black blood.
Yeah, I think
like
it looks
that.
fucking awesome. It's also
Yeah.
interesting too that they ended up having to create their own. Dino De Laurentiis had to create his own production company.
What's it called? Something stupid.
Was it
Rosebud?
Rosebud, yeah.
Rosebud.
In order to
Butthole.
release it, because he was contractually obligated to not be able, not release anything unrated. It had to have a rating.
Yeah.
So they had to create that production company under the guise just to release this.
That
Which
is
kinda
so weird that they named it Rosebud because the sounds of the evil, in the woods, that whatever, is a combination
Oh my
of
God,
Sam
I know.
Raimi's voice
Oh
and
God.
fucking audio samples of Orson Welles. Oh. Try the wine.
Guys, I
have
love
you guys?
Orson
Okay,
Welles.
you guys have seen the Orson Welles
Thought about this
fucking
the whole time.
commercial, the wine commercial,
Champagne.
where he's too drunk. Oh my God, it's fucking absurd. It's fermented in the bottle.
In the bottle.
We used to we would definitely we would talk about that a lot when we first started this podcast.
Yeah.
We would just get Orson Welles drunk.
Yeah.
Yo, man, Orson Welles was a motherfucker. He was so badass.
Bah.
I have a fucking VHS tape of some space program with him, and he hosts it. And legit, it's Carl Sagan is in it, and it's fucking awesome. It's all talking about space in the 80s. But Orson Welles hosts it, and he's drinking a whiskey and smoking a cigar and narrating this fucking thing. And it looks like they set up a bar around him, and he's just drinking and being Orson Welles and puffing the cigar and talking about fucking space, and it's so awesome. I'm this motherfucker is amazing. I love
Dude,
him.
he is what's that
He's so
satanic
rad.
movie that he was in?
Oh,
Where he's wearing a cloak and he's a warlock or
Oh
something.
my God. Oh, never
I
mind.
want
Never
to say
mind.
it's not Necronomicon.
Oh, I don't know. Did
Something
you say
like that.
Manos the Handsome?
no,
Man?
Manos, get out of here!
I do love that movie though.
When you guys said that, I just pictured him in a red devil's cape with his face painted red with a pitchfork.
Yeah, he's got that
One of those
little cherub
old
face.
school
I know.
1970s
Orson Welles
devil.
for president.
So this was his last quote unquote ever video
Credit.
credit.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
So this is it for
Fucking
him, the
We
weird
love
sounds.
Orson
I
Welles.
really want to look up what movie it is.
He's in the Transformers movie.
They-
He was in it?
It's an audio, it's an audio
He's-
credit.
Yeah, he's one of the voices. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Unicron?
We got some Transformers trivia up
Is
in
he
here.
a unicorn transformer? Unicron? That's what that sounds like to me.
He's a planet.
People are getting offended that we don't know anything about Transformers.
Wait, are you guys talking about the cartoon movie? In
Yeah, of course.
1985? Man, that soundtrack, we just rewatched that actually with Dave's son not too long ago. I don't think he was too into it. It's actually a super fucking intense
From the cartoon movie?
Yeah, the cartoon Transformers.
Sweet.
It's-
Lion,
I
fucking
have it,
Friday
I'll lend it to
13th
you.
Part 4, Crispin Glover's dance.
Everyone dies, and the soundtrack is pure rock and roll. The most rock and roll soundtrack ever.
The only thing I remember from the Transformers movie is in my high school days, the drinking game. You got to take a drink every time you pick a character. You take a drink every time you see your character, but then you double your drink when they transform. And if you pick Hot Rod, you're fucked. And if it's your first time playing, you have to choose Hot Rod. And so I
you
remember
are fucked,
counting up to
basically.
70, and I was drinking rum and Coke.
And we know how that is.
I don't know how I'm still alive.
Probably poorly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Necromancy. That's the movie.
Oh,
that
the
he's
Orson
in.
Welles
Yeah. Sorry, I had to
Necromancy.
look it up.
Kenobi cabin?
Orson Welles.
Mom, have you seen Necromancy before?
Going there.
And why not?
She's thinking.
Isn't
So. I sound like a transformer.
isn't Robert
Must be
Stack?
another-
There it
Does
is.
he do
There it
Oh
is.
yeah, there's the
That was it.
the bridge.
The bridge.
What about Robert Stack?
Wasn't Robert Stack one of Robert?
This
like,
girl's
he was,
eyeshadow is
Transformers
everything.
character in that movie. I think his voice is. I don't know.
I don't know anything
Yeah,
about Transformers.
it's
I have
so
no
fucking
idea.
good.
Baba
Oh
Joe! Baba Joe! I just like saying Baba Joe. What is her name? Baba Joe.
Oh, God.
Her name is Cassie Wesley DePavia. And actually, Sam Raimi wanted Holly Hunter to play her part.
Who's that?
What?
Who's that?
Holly Hunter?
Yeah.
Some bitch. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
So,
Actor.
yeah, I'm an actor. But the producers, they wanted somebody sexier.
These
Baba Joe. Look at her. She's a female version of a stud. But this, Megan, you mentioned earlier that when Sam Raimi was living with Kathy Bates, he was also living with Holly Hunter, Frances McDormand, and the Coen brothers, all in a house together
The
in
Coen
LA.
brothers.
They all lived together
I
in a
know.
house in LA.
And they worked
the
on
late
Crime Wave
70s, early
together.
80s. And actually, yeah, so Sam Raimi has a lot of connections.
What the fuck?
Who, Holly Hunter?
Yeah. Yes.
Love that. She was fucking hot. I don't know what he was talking about.
You
They
have
needed a
kids,
hotter
don't you?
girl.
she
She
sang
was
like
Okay, I was gonna say, I wouldn't have known
Arizona,
that.
The Incredibles. The piano, bitch.
Oh, the piano. Don't you see Harvey Keitel's wang in that movie?
In the piano?
Don't you? Don't
don't
you see
know.
Harvey
Or is
Keitel's
it-
dick in the piano?
Has anyone seen Harvey Keitel's dick? Please put your hand up.
Oh
There
yeah,
you
okay.
go.
I know I wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
You perverts. Oh yeah.
Oh, his dick is out in more than one movie?
Ew.
Fascinating.
Since when are you offended by dicks?
No, by Harvey Keitel's dick I am. He's gross.
A dick? Never mind. I can't.
A dick
feel
is a dick? Is that
No,
what
I
you're gonna
can't.
say?
No, I can't.
Um,
I've changed.
Okay, so I want to get back to Baba Joe
Oh.
because I like her. Bobby Joe. This was her first movie. Was Evil Dead 2, and she's kind of like fucking Barbara Crampton. Like they do a lot of soap opera.
Yeah.
So she's actually a soap opera actress, and she was on Guiding Light, One Life to Live, and Days of Our Lives. And I don't really watch soap operas. I don't know anything about them, but Days of Our Lives is still on. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
It's been on since 1965.
Young and the Restless. It was Young and one of the. Young
One
and
of
the
them
Restless.
was like a fucking radio
It was
show
Young and the
before it was
Restless,
television.
or the other one.
All
there
My
was a-
Children.
Bold
Or
and
All
the
My
Beautiful.
Children, yeah, where they just were on fucking what's that show where they spin the wheel? No, not where they spin the wheel.
Wheel of Fortune.
One of these shows, yeah. And they were like, we're celebrating our 8,000th episode.
Isn't that fucking
Like,
crazy?
What the
Dude,
fuck?
like Days of Our Lives has over 10,000 episodes. Like that's fucked. And Bobby Joe.
Baba Joe.
I'm just gonna call her Bobby Joe.
Bobby
She's
Joe.
also a singer. She's a country singer.
Oh.
I
Her
feel
name is
like that.
Bobby Joe.
I wish her real name was Bobby Joe.
Oh, right.
Can you imagine if her stage name was Bobby Joe?
Bobby Joe, I'm gonna sing you a little song.
That would be
Motherfuckers.
fucking perfect, man.
Sing you a little song, Bobby Joe.
Jolene.
Don't sing that song to me.
Why? Am I gonna make you cry?
No, I got all fucked up at a bar. My bartender's name was Jolene, and I sang it to her all. And I was with it, and I will never go back there again.
Amazing.
I
Made
will
a
not take
fucking
you back
ass-
there.
It was no, forget it.
I won't take you back there.
Can't.
Fantastic.
Thanks, honey.
As you knew.
So this is the part where Ash, he cut his hand off and he put the bucket on top of the hand, and of course the stack of books
The book!
contains
Farewell,
Farewell
to
to
arms.
Oh, hardy har har.
Hardy har.
funny.
Some good, yeah, like it's funny, right? It's
I
some
love-
dad,
Yeah, it's funny,
it's
it's
some dad jokes kind of shit.
I love the also in the Evil Dead trilogy. I love the cutscenes where it's like with the tape, with the shot, with that, and then
Yeah.
it like
You're
cuts
right.
to this.
Oh
and
my
it
God,
cuts
you're
to
right.
that.
I know exactly what
love
you're talking
those
about.
Scenes.
You know-
yes, exactly. And then the thing goes on his. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those cutscenes. I hate
Me
them in
too.
every other movie, like that fucking movie, Requiem for a Dream. I hate the cutscenes in that movie, where they're cooking the drugs and shit. No. Nope.
I'm drinking both of these. I don't know. I don't even know what's
We're
happening
double fisting
anymore.
it, chalk stock. Yeah. Woo! You guys are all drinking, right? Hell yeah. Tomorrow night's gonna be fun too because Joe Bob Briggs is doing a show. Are you guys coming to that?
That's fucking. Come on.
You know what I mean?
Here. Joe
Adorable
Bob.
man.
I know.
What an
I
adorable
watched.
man.
It, I watched him texting. I was like, Joe Bob is texting. He's so cute.
He is pretty adorable.
Oh, the hand.
The
I love
possessed
this precious
hand
thing.
was actually drawn from a movie that Scott Spiegel made as a teenager called Attack of the Helping Hand. And it's a show. Oh, I love when the hand gives the middle finger. That's the best. And so this is a short that Scott made in high school, and it's about a woman that makes hamburger helper when the hand manifests and tries to kill her. And Bruce Campbell played the hamburger helper hand.
Yeah,
in
it
this
was
short.
It was literally inspired by that commercial. Like,
Yeah.
that's where he came up with it. It turns out Spiegel?
Schmiegel.
Schmiegel? Yeah.
My
Schmiegel. He most of the comedy, I know people might think that, Sam Raimi came up with all this comedy when in fact it was this Smeagol guy who was coming up with all the comedy. And I feel like he needs to get more credit for that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Smeagol!
Smeagol. Also, this part, when he shoots the hand in the wall, and then there's like 10,000 trillion gallons of blood that come out of the wall.
This is what I'm talking about. I like this kind of blood. I don't like the real life fucking torture.
This movie, blood. And you know what's funny? Because the last live show that we did was Dead Alive. I can see the resemblance.
Yeah.
Like more blood, the better.
There you go.
And I actually, somebody told me that. What movie? There's a new movie coming out. It Part 2. Apparently, are claiming that it has the most amount of blood in a horror movie, and I was like, oh really? Because Dead Alive
has that.
Because Dead Alive has the most amount of blood in a horror movie.
Because I thought that Piranha was. No, not Piranha. Was it Piranha 3D or the first one? It was the first. Yeah. Oh, right. Piranha 3D, not Piranha 3 Double D. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was Piranha. There was that last scene in Piranha was like the fucking MOBA.
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
What? That movie is something else. That movie's on my list for comedy horrors of the century.
Oh, nice.
I fucking love that movie.
Not 3 Double
Oh,
D.
excellent.
Oh, excellent.
Would you
Party
say
time.
Groovy?
Ooh, groovy. So this is one of my favorite scenes, is when the furniture is laughing, and then he laughs with them, and then there's a knock on the door, and he just fucking shoots it. Like, it's like, oh, there's a knock on my door. Wow. Like, who fucking does that?
Apparently this was, there was one part of this scene that was actually cut as well, where the blood, it's red and then turns to black, but they also had it coming out green and yellow.
That would have been
at
amazing.
one point, yeah, just like all
pussy,
different
mucusy
colors coming out.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely had different colored blood in the first Evil Dead too. Lots of pus. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was like it was like white, a lot of white looking stuff.
I know.
Red's too expensive.
We're just gonna go with pus and tapioca pudding.
Oh, that's amazing. You know what? I've said that my favorite scene was with the hand. I've said a lot of things today. But you know what? I gotta say
I like all the things that you say, though, Megan.
Let me just say one more thing. I gotta tell you, because I was watching the remake, and I was kind of upset that there wasn't more of it. It's a very serious movie. I get that. The remake is a very serious movie. Scary
We'll
as
get
fuck.
there. We'll get there.
However, I love the evil going through the forest scenes.
Yeah.
Like, I know we talked about the noise, but I love the visuals of
my
that
God,
camera.
amazing.
Just like booting through the forest, and apparently Sam Raimi was shooting that, right? And apparently at one point he smoked Bruce Campbell in the face with his camera, and it was like this, did it really happen? No one, when I was reading it was like, yeah, he hit him in the face and broke his jaw. Or did he?
Yeah.
I think,
Right? So, like,
you know what? I want to say that it's true and false. It actually like it did happen in the first Evil Dead. He did actually hit him and actually had a scar on his face.
He's got a big chin, though.
But
you know
then
what
they
I mean?
started a rumor. They also started a rumor for the second movie or something like
So
that.
that like scar on his chin is from like the filming of the first movie.
I'm not sure about
That
that.
sexy scar.
It's so
I know, right?
Right.
God damn, Bruce Campbell.
Boing.
You know this son of a
I like thinking of them hanging out as little boys.
And just like making movies.
I think
and
it's pretty
being
practical.
adorable.
Yeah.
I love it.
Friends forever.
We are friends.
Friends forever.
Well, should we
Like S Club.
Should we talk about Bruce? Are you guys ready to talk about Bruce, or should we?
I've been talking about Bruce, baby.
All right, Bruce, baby.
I've been talking about Bruce, baby.
Okay, I think we're ready. I know. Hail to the king. If chins could kill. And he also has another book called Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way.
Does anyone own that movie? I mean, book. Sorry. What the fuck?
You heard Make Love.
What?
Movie.
You got that like
movie.
movie? What
my
movie
God.
is that? Hey.
Does that book actually entail like sexual moves?
Oh, it's probably It's probably like a funny thing with a
Like his
chainsaw.
Tear that pussy
like his
up.
dick is a chainsaw. Oh my God. You should be on the podcast. Just boomstick. Okay, so
Let's be serious for a second here.
let's talk about Bruce Campbell. So Bruce Campbell fucking is a god. I've seen him in person twice, but I've never met him because I don't
Are you
really
too
get,
afraid?
like,
Or does he have that energy
He
that you're like, I
does.
can't
He
approach
totally
him?
has that energy where you're just like, holy fuck,
all the other rooms.
Bruce Campbell. Like, holy shit.
Folks aren't here.
Like, I just,
they never came.
he definitely has that aura about him that is like, okay, you're at the height of like a celebrity where like you get like nervous and you like can't talk to them. That's how I felt when I saw him, and like I totally wanted to meet him, but the line was cut off. But like I just want to hug him. Like he seems like such an
He looks like a
adorable,
university
loving,
professor.
Yes,
You know?
but he's so
Such a
joyful,
smart man.
right? Like he just seems like such a joyful man, and he's also an ordained minister.
That's weird.
He's married people. He's officiated weddings. I don't even really like believe in like marriage, but I would get him to fucking like
That would
definitely
be
marry me.
that would be a very
That would be fucking
interesting
awesome to
thing.
have Bruce Campbell officiate your wedding. And apparently he used to babysit Ted Ramey.
So
So I'm gonna mention a few movies that he was considered for. I feel like I slurred those.
share for
Considered for and offered. Okay, so Bruce Campbell was considered for the role of Agent Doggett in X-Files, and that is Robert Patrick's character who took over David Duchovny. And he ended up, he didn't do it, but he ended up being in an X-Files episode. And he was also considered to be Jack Traven in Speed, Keanu Reeves in Speed. He was, can you imagine Speed with Bruce Campbell?
If Bruce Campbell was in that movie, they'd have to take out Sandra Bullock because I feel like there couldn't.
The dynamic
it
wouldn't work.
Wouldn't work. She's not worthy. You know
No,
what I mean?
know.
Like,
Oh
it's
my God,
just-
you're so right.
She's beautiful and an okay actress, but like it's not.
I agree.
It's not
like Keanu's just like, whoa, and so she just takes over.
there. He's also some. You know what? We'll do a Keanu movie one day, perhaps, because he is something. Don't you leave him out of this.
Oh, I
What
love
actually,
Keanu.
one of Keanu Reeves' best acting roles ever was in a movie that was directed by Sam Raimi, The Gift, right? Did he not direct The Gift? Have you seen
Yes.
I've never seen it. Though.
I've only seen it once.
Honestly,
I don't remember it.
I've seen Keanu Reeves act in so many movies, and every time it's just like, whoa.
No man,
But
Devil's
like
Advocate.
literally in that movie, he's fucking terrifying. He plays like a fucking woman beater,
I don't
and he's
remember.
fucking psychotic. It's actually terrifying. Watch The Gift. It's a very good movie.
The,
Him playing like a Southern man in Devil's Advocate was.
I love The Devil's Advocate. Dude, I love
was
that
horrible.
movie.
But the movie, like Al Pacino held it together, but like the movie was one of my favorites.
I love that
honestly.
movie. Everybody shits on The Devil's Advocate. I don't know why. It's a good movie.
People shit on that movie.
Yeah, it's got bad ratings, dude. The
The
internet.
90s were a weird time.
I know you're right. Bruce Campbell was also considered for Roddy Piper's role in They Live.
You know what? I could see that.
I could see that.
could've
That's
worked.
the one I can.
However,
that works,
Roddy
for
Piper
sure.
definitely nailed it.
Oh yeah.
What? Oh, with the
yeah.
glasses on. I don't know why I thought you were gonna say something even way worse than that. So Bruce Campbell was also considered to play Richard Gere's character in Pretty Woman.
Didn't you
Big
say earlier
mistake.
that Richard Gere
Big
looks like
mistake.
a fucking? What did you call? What did you say this morning? You said Richard.
I
Gere
said
fl-
young Richard Gere looked like a donkey.
Yes.
Old Richard Gere is hot as
Yeah.
fuck.
Well, yeah, because we were talking about Eric Roberts being like ugly in the '80s but being sexy now.
That's what
I think he was sexy the whole time.
Well, it's debatable, but it's like just like guys like that are like, yeah, when they're younger and then they get older, and it's like, there you go.
Like Chris Sarandon.
Oh yeah,
He aged well.
he did.
That denim
That
jacket.
fucking. Oh my God, that collar.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Bruce Campbell was also considered for Ian Malcolm in Jurassic
Yeah,
Park.
I told you he was going to be Jeff Goldblum.
No,
Dig up-
only Jeff
dig
Goldblum
up dinosaurs.
could do that character.
But again, it's another funny, kooky character. I
Yeah.
think it could have worked.
I
It
agree.
could have.
I
Like,
agree.
fuck me, all right? Fuck me. But I
feel
think
like
it could have worked.
Yeah,
the
no,
difference
I agree.
between like the character of Ian Malcolm in the book and then in the movie is pretty different. Like, but because like
They made it to
Jeff
suit
Goldblum,
Jeff Goldblum.
yeah, like he made him like a rock star basically in the movie, where it's like in the book he's just,
And
I
his,
mean he's
like,
cool, but he's just the guy. you
His
know?
like, his like.
Oh my god!
buttons.
Stop!
His like buttons are like undone. His little chest. I would have loved. I would have loved to seen Bruce Campbell as Shooter McGavin in Happy Gilmore because he was going to play that role.
Yep.
He was going to play, and that again would have been great. However, whoever the fuck's name who plays that role, it wasn't Norm
I know
Macdonald.
it's
He's
Some
but he's
McDonald.
part of that like Gilmore
Old
family,
McDonald.
right? Like that yeah, he's but that actor is like part of their crew.
yeah.
Guys, I'm having a hard time here right now. Jen and I are just laughing. Good time.
We're having fun. We're having a good time.
You're having a good time.
We're having fun. We're having a
I'm-
good time.
I'm having fun.
I'm not okay. So I've got so much more here. Bruce Campbell was the first choice to play Louis Creed in Pet Sematary,
Which is fucking mental.
because that's a serious movie.
I think
Super serial.
I don't understand what role they would have seen him in where they would have said yes. I've read the scariest book on the planet, and
Maybe they
based
didn't
on the
read it.
movies that I've seen, yeah,
Maybe they didn't read it. That's maybe why.
yeah, that's maybe why.
They don't read. People don't read.
But I mean, if he was considered, then maybe he tried out and like he did a pretty good job, right? Like, because it's hard to like picture him doing more, more serious roles because he's so ingrained in this like slapstick kind of comedy horror kind of thing.
The issue with that is then you get diehard Bruce Campbell fans, which started at the beginning of his career. He already had this following. So then the issue is you have a lineup of people waiting to see a Bruce Campbell movie. They go to see Pet Sematary, and it's like,
What the fuck
oh,
is
this isn't what I thought a Bruce Campbell movie was going to be.
I was just gonna say Jim
Yeah.
Carrey is one of those actors that can pull that off because fucking Eternal
Truman
Sunshine,
Show.
A Truman Show, Eternal
Yeah.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is like one of my favorite fucking movies.
Yo,
And,
that
like,
fucking Andy Kaufman movie.
oh
That
my
shit was
god!
bonkers.
Don't even get me.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! The Andy Kaufman
He
documentary.
actually went insane.
Holy
if you've seen the
shit.
documentary about it. Fucking
Ah,
Christ.
I have the wings of a dove.
Y'all
Fucking
love-
Tony Clifton for
I was giving
president.
me wings.
Oh, wait. Can I say my favorite one?
You can do whatever you want.
Girls and boys. My favorite role that he almost cock. Come on. My favorite role that he almost got was Edgar in Men in Black, when she's like, he's wearing an Edgar suit. That was gonna be him. He was gonna be Edgar. He asked for water and sugar. And that's my favorite fucking role. He would have also he was wearing a Edgar suit. That's like an Edgar suit.
Well, Evil Dead 2 is Bruce's favorite of the trilogy. And so let's talk about some of Bruce Campbell's other movies. Maniac Cop
Oh, yeah.
1 and 2. Maniac Cop 1 and 2. We mentioned Intruder earlier. I'm sorry, I haven't seen Intruder. Okay, so who here? I just watched it the other day. Hey guys. Oh fuck! Black Fawn, fucking love you guys.
Black
Bring
Fawn
us
in the
love
house.
you. Woo! Holy shit! You guys need to get on our level. We need a waitress in here or something.
Guys,
like
I actually need a third arm.
Like, yeah.
I have
Can we not?
beers
Are we
now.
just gonna ignore the
Don't you
fact
already
that
have
they
a
came
third
in
arm?
halfway through the show?
Holy fuck! This is insane. Okay. Shockstone! Woo! I don't know.
I'm still mad at you for showing up late.
I
Fuck
already
you.
spilled.
Fuck
I
you.
don't want to fucking
Fuck
make
you.
an ass of myself again. Okay, so what else? Okay, I want to know if anybody here has ever seen Moontrap. Has anyone seen Moontrap?
You know what?
One fucking person.
I have a copy of it, but I haven't watched
Because you just bought it today.
Yeah, like I actually haven't paid for it.
Moontrap is a movie with Bruce Campbell and the original Chekhov from Star Trek, and it's like basically fucking robots on the moon, and they fight them. But the dynamic,
them?
Bruce Campbell and Chekhov.
Oh.
But the dynamic between the two is adorable. Like you would love it.
So
You
is
would love
it serious?
it.
Is it like a
Yeah.
serious
It's a
sci-fi
serious
movie,
movie.
or like is there
It's
like
a
some
serious
funny stuff?
movie about robots on the moon. Duh.
Sounds legit.
Okay, so you guys obviously Bruce Campbell fans, Darkman.
Yeah.
Fucking even though he's only in the very end.
He's only a shemp.
He's only a shemp. He's a shemp. But I fucking love Darkman, and I don't fucking Darkman fucking rules.
Does that make anyone else think of Darkwing Duck?
Oh,
Yeah! My people! Let's
Also-
get dangerous.
So Bruce Campbell also has a cameo in Waxwork 2. Waxwork 2 is bonkers as shit. Mind Warp is I love Whackworks.
Works.
Okay, so I don't really remember this movie, but Bruce Campbell was in Congo.
Oh, yeah, Congo's amazing.
That movie was the biggest fucking deal
remember
when I was
Congo.
a kid. Are you kidding
I think
me?
I saw it in theaters.
I
It's a
saw it in
Michael,
theaters
it's a
because
Michael Crichton
Yeah,
novel,
I read the
right?
book and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so excited to see this, and it was like,
Oh, was it
Oh, it was a
sucky?
turd. It was a Hollywood, it was a big turd, like a big expensive turd.
Really? I don't remember. Should I rewatch it? Is it worth
It's
rewatching?
good. It's good though.
yeah.
It's good though.
Everybody was like, yes,
It's
no,
good
no,
though.
yes,
It's good
yes.
though. You know what? The gorillas are something.
Or what?
Something.
Oh,
The gorillas can suck it.
the gorillas are something.
I liked it, but it was shit trash.
Okay, well, I feel like I'll watch it again, but I'll just get really high.
It's like the Batman movie with Val Kilmer. I liked it, but it was shit trash.
But you like Batman and Robin, so
Val
I don't
Kilmer.
know about that.
Joel Schumacher.
Are you kidding me? George Clooney with his nipples?
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty awesome.
That's a terrible movie. Actually, didn't Sam Raimi lobby to direct that
Yes!
movie?
Yes! Yes!
did, yeah,
Wait,
no,
let
he
me
did.
find- I can't navigate.
Yeah, he wanted to direct that movie.
Use
the Batman
the
and
fucking
Robin,
pad.
but
Use
Joel,
the mouse pad.
Joel Schumacher had like a better reputation, and so they ended up going with him.
Okay, so do you guys remember Escape from LA?
Yeah, I watched it not even that long
Fucking,
ago.
that movie is
He's the,
atrocious
like,
because he's
the
fucking
surgeon
surfing
guy.
in the alleys. But like, yeah, he's like the creepy surgeon, which is
he's
pretty
fucking
fucking sweet.
amazing at it.
I love Bubba Otep. I love it. Peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Everybody's cheering it.
You don't like it, Megan?
I'm not gonna say how I feel because everyone's pretty serious about this movie. Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good. It was good. It was good. I was just pretty baked, and it was one of those things where I was like trying to figure out what the fuck. I'm like, is he really Elvis? Like, I was so high that this Bruce Campbell movie confused the fuck. Why are you guys wearing your sunglasses? You are really fucking weirding me out right now.
Because they're Corey Hart.
Shit.
So television shows that Bruce has done,
here we go.
Xena. Xena is a fucking great fucking show. Hercules, but I hate Kevin Sorbo because he supports Trump, so fuck him. And Jack of All Trades. Did you guys ever watch that show?
Yeah, definitely.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
It's an adorable show. And obviously his cameos in Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movies.
But just wait, no.
Yes, Bruce Campbell Jr. That's what I was like, yeah. Right.
Here's the big one that I never watched because he had to turn down so many roles because he was in this show called like Burn Notice or
Yeah,
Burning.
Burn Notice he's on for a long time.
And that was apparently like this really great show. And I never saw it. I never heard of it.
Me neither.
I'm pretty
I don't know
sure
what
it's
you're
on
talking
like one of those.
Alright,
like FX, like channels. Is that the one?
Oh, it's a rich people show.
Yeah, is Dennis Leary in that? Is that is
Rich
that the one
people
thinking
show
about?
like
Is
Dynasty.
it Burn Notice? Is that what it is?
Burn Notice.
Yeah.
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary's in it. I'm pretty sure he's in
Is
it.
Dennis Leary the guy who sings the asshole song?
Yes, he is. Oh yeah.
Should we talk about Sam?
We should talk about Ash vs. Evil Dead first too. We never mentioned that
You're right.
because like
Oh,
that's
it's
I mean,
okay,
obviously
they
it's a
say.
show that he's in.
Ash
Bro.
vs.
And I
Evil
thought that
Dead.
show was fucking awesome.
Dude, that show is fucking fantastic. I actually haven't finished it
I only
yet.
saw the first season.
Oh my god, the second season, the part where his head goes in the butthole and then like that fucking scene was
fucking over the
so
top.
good.
It's fucking over the
Like
top.
the torso was cut open and then his head goes in the butthole and then he's like looking out the torso. That was genius. Like it's like I love that horror movies are still coming up with like fresh ideas to disembowel people and
Some
like murder
fucking
people.
society
and like
shit.
it's like yeah, man, like it was like genius. That sold me. That scene sold me. Like I was like, holy fuck. Oh really?
That'd be cool to see.
I couldn't even believe that scene blew
The
my
making
mind.
of Bruce Campbell's face coming out of a butthole.
I know, right? Going
Fantastic.
into a butthole, coming out of a torso.
I'm into it.
That show was so adorable, though. Like, he left the show though.
How do you
so-
leave that
Done.
show and continue it then? It's done then. It must be done.
I don't know. I think is it done?
Yeah.
Oh.
Boo earns.
I was saying
I was saying
Make
boo
this dark
earns.
spirit manifest itself in the flesh.
Oh God. So this is one.
The hell would we want to
This
do
is
that?
one of those parts where it was like an inconsistency in the timeline because, as you all remember from the original, they burnt the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
And the physical
And then they just had
manifestation of the
they
dark
needed
spirit
it for the
can be
second
forced
one, so
back
it's just
into
an
the
unexplained entity that came back.
This translation
But it's the
is-
Necronomicon. It can do whatever the fuck it wants, though. Really, it's like the Book of Satan, right? So
Satan can
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck he
right.
wants.
yeah, that's right.
Satanus.
There was a few of those that, like a few
We're gonna go out there and then
inconsistencies
what-
that. Oh yeah, because
Rob
the
Joe.
bodies of his
Once we
friends
find her,
would
we're
have
getting
still
the
been
hell
in the
out of here.
cabin because he comes back to the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a few of those where they were just like, just fuck it, just like forget about it.
Well, the
Do you understand?
what?
These pages.
Well,
These we have.
It is, but yeah.
Mumbo jumbo bullshit.
Well, the cabin.
Yeah.
The cabin.
They say
of
he
the
went back
original-
to fuck the devil up. Like he went back. That's what they say in the literature.
The literature. Yeah.
Yes, they do. They say that.
Yeah, I know. Like they say that it's a sequel, but it's technically like it is. It's the same movie. Same with Within the Woods. It's the same thing. Like there's 3 of the same movie, pretty much.
Move.
So the cabin in the first movie got burned down. And the only thing that was left was the bricks of the chimney. And I'm very lucky that I have a piece of the brick
Yeah.
from the chimney, the fireplace of the cabin. Because, so it burned down. Actually, Sam Raimi wanted it burned down because there's still locals in the area where they shot the movies. And they didn't want, like, people coming and disturbing and, like, bothering, like, the locals and people living around in that area. So he was like, let's just fucking burn it down. And, but obviously the fireplace is, like, made of bricks. So the bricks are still there.
Yes. Smokey would disapprove.
I know, right? Only you can prevent forest fires.
Wasn't it Daryl from Twisted Tea?
Yeah, so
fucking
our
cousin
friend
that did
Daryl, who runs Twisted Teas, I don't know if he's even in here right
Probably
now.
not.
His cousin. What a dick. I know, right?
What a
He's
jerk.
probably sleeping. And napping. His cousin, he went there and he grabbed a piece and he saved a piece for me. So I have a piece of the fireplace.
How come you got a piece?
Because I'm special.
Yeah, you're special.
Yeah.
You're special.
You're
You're
special.
special. I
You're
like you.
special.
I like you.
We're friends. We're having fun. We're having a good time.
I like you.
I like you.
I like you.
And I like all of you. Thank you, everybody, for coming to our show. I must, like, reiterate that. This is awesome.
Wait a
Yeah.
second. While we're doing this, we have people who have come from out of town.
We got
have people
Americans.
who have come from out of country.
fucking New Jersey, Australia.
Yeah, we have people
Mexico.
who
Who the
came
fuck
here
said
from
Mexico?
Dave.
Dad jokes
What a
up in
trickster.
here.
I mean,
Yes, thank you, everybody.
it's a
for
lot of
coming.
pressure to put on a good show for someone who came from Australia.
Right?
Crikey!
He's so disappointed.
You know what though? He brought me Tim Tams, so I'm happy about that. You're getting Tim Tams. You're getting Tim Tams. Everybody's getting Tim Tams. If you guys don't know what Tim Tams are, they're like Australia's best fucking cookie ever.
They're
You'll
like
get
chocolate
some.
with cookies and robed with more chocolate. It's fucking good.
Are they
Girl,
filled with
I got
cream?
some for you. What?
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
filled with cream?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Jen, you're
You
the
love a
Tim
cookie
Tam
and not know what it
expert.
is.
There's like cream kind of stuff on the inside, and then there's like bitch around it, and then there's
Cream on the inside. Oreo.
Oreo.
We're not gonna sing R. Keller. Sorry, R. Kelly.
Yeah, no, please don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, please
don't.
please don't sing that R. Kelly song. Oh my God. Boo!
You get this.
Boo! I need somebody to help me beat my meat.
Okay, so
Oh!
you go first.
I just have a fact. Do you have something funny? Because I have a fact.
No, you go first.
Okay, because then I gotta go rock a piss.
Okay, girl.
Okay.
It wouldn't be a Witch Finger podcast live episode without Megan going using the bathroom.
My belt's really tight.
Well, I ruined the tablecloth, so
I have
don't
a
worry about
fact!
that. Okay.
It's not a good one. But the Deadites, when they have their opaque contact lenses in, they were in fact completely blind. The contacts weren't great as they are now. And so they only knew where they were going because they had to do like rigorous, rehearsals and training and all that. Why didn't you do that to the microphone? And all that jazz. So when you see people, like, there's a ton of scenes with these Deadites with these contacts in. Imagine being completely fucking blind. Making a movie where someone's swinging a chainsaw in your face.
Yep.
And they're very painful too.
And I'm
I
pretty
hate
sure
contacts.
And I'm pretty
I
sure
hate
there
them.
is a scene where the chain was left on the chainsaw.
Oh, come on.
In
That's
the first
that's
first
like
movie.
The Crow shit going on
Dude,
here.
no, seriously. I read it. I read
sorry,
it.
I'm
like
sorry,
in the
I'm
first
sorry.
in the
Too
first Evil
soon.
Dead, the girlfriend, there's a scene where he's like using the chainsaw and he's like right up to her chest. And they fucking left the chain on, and apparently in the first Evil Dead, you can see like her heart beating like crazy in her chest, like because she was so fucking
You're
scared
gonna
because
cut
they
my
left the
fucking
fucking
head off.
chain on apparently for the first movie. I don't know if
wrong
this is
with
actually
people?
because this is the 80s and there's no laws.
Movie magic, Megan.
When they put kids up on the roof of the car and just drove them places. The 80s. You know what I mean? The fucking 80s.
80s. Best fucking decade ever.
And now I take my leave.
You go pee, girl.
I'll be back.
Okay, so Megan's gonna pee right now, and I guess we can talk a little bit about Sam Raimi.
We can do that.
We can talk about Sam Raimi. Okay, so I find it crazy that we haven't talked about him yet.
In
This
any
is
of our
I know,
podcasts,
yeah, like, and he's like obviously a very important director when it comes to the horror genre. He's contributed so much that like a lot of artists like look up to him and respect him. And there's a few facts that I have written down here. So he was actually considered to direct Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Everybody, I hear gasps.
I know, right? Yeah.
Just the first one.
No, yeah, just the first one. Well, the second one is basically half of the first one, so
but it's perfect.
it's like half a movie. It's half a movie and Garbage Day. Eric Freeman.
pretty much, yeah.
Garbage Day. It's weird that I know his name. Why do I know his name? And he was considered to direct Batman Forever.
Yeah,
That-
that
and
was
we
what
just
I had
mentioned that,
mentioned
yeah.
earlier. Yeah, so he had wanted to. He had lobbied to do so, and then Joel Schumacher got the directing gig, I guess.
And that was unfortunate.
because I guess maybe at the time he had a bit more of a reputation or whatever.
Yeah.
And how that turned out.
Oh fuck. It's not as bad as Batman and Robin, but I still have the Arnold Mr. Freeze cardboard stand up in
Yeah.
my apartment.
I actually have, and we all know how that turned out in my notes.
I hope you highlighted it.
No, but yes, I mean we do, and that's a fucking terrible.
And also, there's a documentary about how bad Batman and Robin is.
Like,
Yeah.
every-
And there's a documentary on YouTube that's like chill out.
I feel like every time I try to watch it, I literally fucking fall asleep. I'm
It's
like,
awful.
this is
It's so
garbage.
bad.
It's
Chill.
fucking garbage.
I can't believe how bad that movie is. Sam Raimi was also considered to direct Planet of the Apes, and then Tim Burton.
Like the one with fucking
Tim Burton or whatever. Yeah, I don't even remember that movie at all. But I find it kind of
good.
interesting that so Tim Burton was fired from the Batman franchise after Batman Returns, and then Sam Raimi was offered Batman Forever, but then he was also offered Planet of the Apes, which ended up going to Tim Burton.
Yeah.
So I wonder
Another
if they've
one of
got this,
those
like
weird
rivalries or something, right?
Yeah.
So Sam Raimi was considered to direct Scream.
Interesting. What? Really?
But
Yep.
I thought Wes
Interesting.
Craven didn't.
I'm just going
Did
by
he
what the
write
internet
Scream?
says. I don't know.
Can I just tell you guys something? That pee was one of those like evacuation come. Evacuation. I wanted to get back here so bad I kept trying to cut it off, but I couldn't. It kept going.
I'm fucking dying.
It kept
Oh,
going. I missed you.
Evacuation. I missed you too.
I know, it's been so long.
I have so many beers.
So many beers.
Ah,
So many beers.
my bladder's looking at these beers like, don't do it, bitch.
I know. I feel like I actually
You
have to get
got
up and
this.
piss
You
too.
got this.
I have to get up and piss too, but I feel like
Yeah, me
with
too.
Sam Raimi is like there's so much.
I
Do you know
know.
what I love about Sam Raimi? There's like a couple of, because I love Bill Paxton so much, and there's like a couple of like
Oh,
fun
I know.
little
I know.
Bill Paxton like correlations there, because like he directed A Simple Plan, which is like in bold in here. That movie is fucking amazing, written by Billy
I
Bob.
haven't seen
Billy
it yet.
Bob.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Whoa,
amazing.
there's a lot of sexy going on in that movie then.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton is
Lieutenant
hot.
Dan. Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, Gary Sinise,
Yeah. Gary Sneeze.
Gary Sneeze!
That's what I used to call him when I was a kid.
God bless you.
Gary Sneeze, who's also in the
I
stand.
pity the fool
I
who
was
has to
gonna
touch this
say.
microphone afterwards.
Yeah, there's like 6 degrees of separation Stephen King shit going on there.
Yeah, speaking of, we were talking
fucking
about Jim Carrey,
eyelashes.
Truman Show. He was also considered to direct the Truman Show.
Gary Sinise.
No. Sam Raimi.
Pull yourself together.
Sam Raimi was considered. That would be amazing if Gary Sneeze was offered to direct.
I have to piss. These guys are making me laugh. I gotta go.
She's gonna
piss
pee
my
her
pants. I'm
pants.
gonna
She's
piss
gonna
my
pee her pants.
But I'm taking my beer with me.
Yeah. Okay. So Sam Raimi was hello friend. We're friends.
I like you.
I like you. I like you. I like you. So Gary, not Gary.
Get drunk, bitch.
Okay.
Pull it together.
Sam Raimi was also considered to direct one of, I don't know which one, but one of the Pirate of the Caribbean movies or whatever.
You know what? The first one.
How many are there? I don't even fucking know.
I don't even know.
What? Really?
Who's throwing that fact out? 5? They got longer and longer and longer to the point where like I couldn't fucking stand to finish them anymore.
I have a feeling that Sam Raimi could have pulled it off though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
cause he's got that like shtick with like the fantasy kind of like.
Yeah. Once Orlando Bloom left, I was out anyway.
He's just
Oh,
always
don't roll
Legolas
your
to
eyes
me.
at Orlando Bloom.
He's Legolas to me forever. Sam Raimi was offered to direct End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I love about End of Days? my favorite line in End of Days is when he's talking to the priest and he's like, the priest is like, at exactly midnight, the devil will take over the world unless you defeat him. And he goes, is that Eastern time? I love Arnold so much. What? What? Get down! Fuck you, asshole. Those are my cookies. Somebody mentioned Jingle All the Way already today.
I love
once.
Jingle All the Way.
I know. Those are my cookies.
My favorite is Kindergarten Cop, and he's like, I'm
God.
the potty pooper.
I'm Detective
I'm
John
the
Kimball, and I
potty
love
pooper.
my car. Don't even get me started. I will fucking seriously quote Arnold
I can
all
go
night.
on. Yeah, I can go on. Who is
Um,
your daddy, and what does he do? My daddy's a gynecologist. He looks at vaginas all day.
Morgan's breaking shit. We're still talking about Sam.
I just kicked the chair down. And then I almost
we're
fell
talking
over
about
top of
Arnold.
it.
Okay, so this is.
know
I
what's
think
going
you guys will find this fact
She's
interesting.
talking about Arnold? Like,
Yeah, I was.
You missed it. It's
I'm
over.
over it though.
It's done.
So Sam Raimi
that's
was
what's
actually
up.
supposed to
Yes.
direct The Guardian.
Fucking
oh,
right.
really?
Yeah, The Guardian. Have
Okay,
you guys seen
I
The
love that
Guardian?
movie.
The Guardian, like fucking creepy tree woman that like eats babies. That fucking movie is fucking fantastic.
movie.
It's the same director as
Fantastic.
The Exorcist, right?
What's it
Oh
have
wait,
to do
no,
with-
where is it? The same book. Sorry, the same book. Holy fuck. William Friedkin, is that his name? The guy that wrote The Exorcist? He wrote The Guardian.
I'm confused about
Yeah.
what this has to do with
Friedkin.
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi was supposed to direct The Guardian.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And
There we
but he turned it down. The Guardian. Have you seen The Guardian?
Oh my God.
What are we talking about?
The Guardian.
That movie is like legit fucked up. That's a great fucking movie. And but he turned it down because he did Darkman instead. And but this is an interesting fact about Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi actually wanted to direct The Shadow. Remember the Alec Baldwin, The
Yeah,
Shadow?
you know what? I actually have a copy of it on tape, and I'm like, I can't bring myself to watch.
I actually, I saw,
good? Is it
I
really
saw
good?
The Shadow. I made my mom take me to
That's
see The Shadow
adorable.
in theaters, and I don't remember it because that's the last time I saw it. Like, so when was it released? Like the 90s or whatever?
Because it really left an
Um,
indelible mark on your psyche. It
I
must have
know,
been
right?
that
It makes
good.
me think of The Phantom with Billy Zane.
Yeah, I know. That's
But
a
that's
good
much
one.
better. That's
You were
much
the
better.
bomb and the Phantom. Phantom. So, but he actually, so he wanted to direct The Shadow, but he was denied the rights. So he decided to make his own superhero movie, thus creating Darkman. So he wrote Darkman because he was like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna do my own fucking superhero movie."
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
fucking Sam
In your
Raimi.
fucking face.
So some other Sam Raimi movies that we're going to mention. We talked about The Gift. We talked about A Simple Plan. And we talked about the Spider-Man movies. This is a movie that I've actually never seen. And I had no idea that Sam directed. But have you guys seen The Quick and the Dead?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. And I had no idea that Sam
Oh.
Raimi directed that movie. I've never seen it. I kind of like, I don't really
Look at
watch a lot of
Megan's
Westerns,
face.
but I had no, did you know that Sam Raimi directed
Only
The Quick
because
and the
I
Dead?
like researched it. Before that, I didn't know, but
Have you seen it?
yeah,
I've never. The only thing I know about that movie is Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
she's like the least interesting part.
Who?
That's what I was about to say. DiCaprio, he's what's up.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio from Critters 3.
Oh, yes.
yes.
Oh,
Ah,
yes.
Yeah.
The man who's literally never done a bad movie. Leonardo DiCaprio has a clean acting record.
You mean?
And then people are like,
Critters
oh,
3.
The Beach. I'm like, fuck you, The Beach was okay. You know what I'm saying? The Beach was okay. Go fuck yourself.
His face is a beach.
Megan's turning into
Hey,
a preacher.
shut the fuck up. Wait.
That's a compliment. Calm down. I mean, a beach is nice, right? It's pleasant.
Okay, wait, I have something to say again. This head, no.
Yes, this head.
Was it this head?
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
It was this head.
Was so big.
I hope people online are listening to this and thinking you're talking about a dick.
This head was so big that they had to leave. I'm gonna say it again. What are you, some kind of clown? What are you, a funny guy? Art the Clown, everybody. Was so big that they had to leave it. They had to leave it post-production, and then it was gone for years. It was gone for years, and then they found it in a fucking haunted house display. Someone had just come and scooped it up and put it in their haunted house display somewhere in Ohio or some shit like that. I have it here, but I can't figure out the computer. And then they were just like, that's cool, leave it. Like, you can have it. Leave it in your fucking display.
Man,
I wonder
can
what
you
happened
imagine
to
if
it
you found
since then?
something like that?
Just throw it over your shoulder? Like sick.
Yeah,
That would be
like,
fucking awesome.
Some like country bumpkin like loading this giant
Bumpkin.
fucking long-necked fucking head thing into his fucking truck.
Let's go look real good in my haunted house.
Deliverance.
Oh yeah. Are we still talking about Sam?
I don't know.
He's been in some, like, he's actually had cameos in movies too. Like, he's been in Galaxis.
Oh my God,
Well,
with
that's-
fucking Bridget Nielsen and Richard
That's
Mole.
a big deal.
There is a scene in Galaxis where Bridget Nielsen transforms into Richard Mole, and it's goddamn awful. But I love it.
What? How?
Yeah, it's CGI. It's terrible. He also has a cameo in Body Bags. And Morgan just turned into a worm. He's also has cameos in Maniac Cop 1 and 2. Intruder. Innocent Blood.
yeah.
That's a really good fucking movie.
Yeah. The Stand. He's in that. Did you say that already?
Wait, we're not talking. Wait. Yes,
Sam.
I
yeah,
did.
he's in that too. Oh yeah, you did.
That was
mention
don't fucking poach my facts, man.
Okay, fine. He was yes, Indian Summer with Bill Paxton. He was in that movie too. What?
Also,
Thou shalt not kill.
Yes.
oh, I
Thou
haven't seen
shalt
that.
not kill except.
Also, one more movie, my last like little tidbit that I want to mention about Sam that Drag Me to Hell fucking was fantastic.
So good.
Drag Me to Hell. I saw it in theaters and I was like, this movie rocks. It's so good. Like there's so much.
Actually, no, wait. Did we see that?
The ending's really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I
We did.
Rainbow. Dude,
Yeah,
like
I did
honestly,
see it.
like Drag Me to Hell is so entertaining.
It's
The
true.
amount of stuff.
I
The
love
amount
how,
of
like, I
stuff
love
that
how
gets in her mouth.
like that.
The amount of like
Oh,
shit
that's
that goes in
gross.
her mouth, like all the blood and
gross.
maggots and shit. It's awesome.
And you know what? I'm really fucking sick of horror movies that end on a happy note. And that's why Drag Me to Hell, like you were saying, Drag Me to Hell at the end, she gets fucking dragged to hell. She's like, oh, I did it. And then she fucking gets it in the end. And like, I'm so sick of everything being wrapped up in a little bow, like, oh, the demon was fucking whatever. No, bitch went to hell.
Everyone should die.
You go to hell. You go to hell.
And more Dixon movies.
Yeah, Dixon movies. That's a witch
More
finger
Dixon
fucking
movies. More Dixon movies.
motto.
I think we're gonna make T-shirts.
Yeah.
But I want flaccid dicks.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
sick
agree,
of?
I
Boners.
agree.
We want flat.
Let me tell you what I'm sick of.
Yeah.
Hard dicks.
Yeah.
we
We
want
want
flaccid
flaccid
ass
dicks. Let's
dicks.
fucking like
I want saggy
let's
balls.
dehumanize fucking
It is
men
a
in
con.
movies. I know.
Yeah, Harvey Keitel, that's what I'm saying.
Floppy ass dicks. Anyways.
Yeah, because girls' titties in movies aren't always like erect, nipple, gorgeous titties. There's like some titties that aren't so great and they're kind of like blue, blue, blue. I want to see a dick. I want to see a mediocre dick. More mediocre dicks in movies. And
Yeah.
the sexism. Yeah. And you know what? More open butts.
Yeah. It's so offensive. It should be in movies more. I agree. So we're at the end of the movie right now.
Are we at the end of the movie?
Yeah, almost. The large demon head that goes through the
There,
door
that's
here.
the one.
That fucking
Tell me
shit
the
makes
other
me
one was
think
the
of
one.
that shit makes me think of Poltergeist.
Yeah,
But that
sure.
large
Sure,
that
right
large demon head, the crew, they nicknamed it their rotten apple head, and apparently it was too big to take back to California.
Does anyone remember me saying that?
Really? I'm
And
drunk.
then they put it in the haunted house. I said that. And then we
Oh, I
went,
thought you were talking about the elongated.
No. And that's
the,
what
like-
I thought. But then Morgan.
I thought you were talking about the
Boo.
elongated. We're gonna fight.
I would never fight her. She's fucking gnarly. She would kick my ass.
I would just hug you though. I'd be like, I love you.
Montana? Montana? What?
What about it though? Yeah, what about it?
Oh my god, let me tell you, Morgan. I thought about you when I was taking my notes because where they filmed it apparently was in a gymnasium or something, and it was also a farmhouse that was used in the color purple. However, I was super stoned again when I was writing my notes, and I thought it was Purple Rain.
Oh my god.
I thought I was like,
Could you
oh, Purple
fucking
Rain!
imagine?
And like, how dare I confuse the color purple with Purple Rain? Because let me tell you, if you've never seen, they are not the same.
That's
That
hilarious.
is one of the best things I've ever
I was
fucking
about
heard
to
in
embarrass
entire
my damn
existence.
self in front of all these people
Holy
being
fucking
like,
shit.
That's awesome.
you know, the one with Oprah, Purple Rain.
Lake Minnetonka. Well, let's talk about. Do you guys want to talk about horror comedies?
Yeah.
Horror comedies.
We got a few that
We've
we
got
like.
a few. We've got a few that we'd like to mention. Let's go like one at one at a time. Or
You
whatever,
go ahead,
okay?
my
So
baby
like,
girl.
well, last year we screened Society at Chalkstock. So Society, whoop whoop whoop! I love Society. I would say the Society is pretty fucking
It waits
funny.
for you.
And we also did another live show, Dead Alive. Obviously, Dead Alive is like one of the most like greatest horror comedies ever. And I'm a big fan of. I'd have to say the best horror comedy in my opinion. I know I said it on the Dead Alive episode, but I'll have to say it again. Is What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh! And let me tell you, that show is kicking.
The show is actually
It's
fucking
amazing, yeah.
amazing.
That chick is hilarious.
I know. I put glitter on my face. Like, I can't remember what it's called already.
Glitter with Mariah Carey.
No, glitter.
Remember
the
that?
fucking Robert Pattinson movie. What's that shit called? Twilight?
Twilight.
Yeah. They're in the grocery store and he's like buying glitter.
How did you not know the movie, but you knew his name was Robert Pattinson?
Because of the David Cronenberg movie, and I love that movie with Robert Pattinson.
He's cute too.
I'd fuck him.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. The movie with him and like driving in the limo. We talked about it in the Fly episode, but yeah.
What else you got?
Shaun of the Dead.
Movies done. Shaun of the Dead is Shaun of the Dead's good. Oh, so real quick, I have a few that I feel like because you guys are all like super horror fans, Black Sheep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was a kind of a fun
Black
movie.
Sheep.
Yeah, that movie's pretty funny.
What was that movie? Tire?
Oh, Rubber.
Rubber!
Yeah, Rubber was
That
awesome.
movie was fucking ridiculous.
Feast.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Sloppy
Yeah.
Seconds was amazing. Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
The first movie that Stephen King directed.
Right? Like that movie's fucking
That
hilarious.
movie's basically just AC/DC.
But it's hilarious. Dracula Dead and Loving It, Creep Show, Return of the Living Dead, Cabin in the Woods. Like these are all just like fucking hilarious.
Merman!
The
Merman!
Yeah, that's a
Tucker
good
and
one.
Dale versus
I
Evil.
agree. I agree with all of those.
So do you want to say yours and let's wrap
Well,
this
no, my
dick
list
up.
is like pretty much exactly the same. Return of the Living Dead. We did an episode on it. It's fucking amazing. House I have on my list.
Oh yes, House.
Because House is kind of. I mean, you mentioned it just.
American
before,
Werewolf,
like,
I heard that.
Because
Because
I
we
didn't- I
always
didn't-
talk
I
about
heard that.
William Katt's deep V.
I know that fucking sweater that he wears is like almost to his belly button. It's so deep.
So deep.
Dead Alive, obviously. Black Roses. It's listed as a horror comedy. I guess there's like a rock and roll element. It's pretty fucking cool. Society is pretty fucking funny. Everybody, all up in a pizza in the end. It's pretty
I'll have to say, definitely one last mention, Slither.
Ah! Oh.
Grant, Megan's boyfriend.
Michael Rooker. Meeting him was quite literally the second best day of my life.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
dude, he was so full of energy. I'll have to say, Michael Rooker, holy fuck, what a nice man.
He's the only reason I like that fucking movie where he's in space.
What movie where he's in space? What?
The one where he's in space and the guy listens to the music all the time. Guardians of the Galaxy!
Oh my God! You know how much we pay attention to new movies when
Yeah,
it's like
we watched-
that movie where he's in space and the guy listens to music all the time.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that movie.
All right.
Holy fucking shit!
You guys have been really patient with
Yes,
us.
thank you
Movie's
so
over.
much.
Midnight.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to the show.
Thank you.
We look forward to our next year's Shock Stock.